cell contains of many different things, and in this video I'll tell you all about this. Okay, let's start with the outside of the cell, okay? The outside of the cell is called the cell membrane, okay? The cell membrane is like a wall, like a kingdom wall trying to block off like intruders, okay? The core of the cell, like the king where he sits in his palace, that's the core of the cell. And think of a cell like a kingdom, okay? There are many different layers you gotta pass through in order to get to the center of the cell, okay? So in the outside of the cell is cell membrane, okay? That's like the castle walls of it. It protects the things that try to attack it. And the core of the cell is called the nucleus. The nucleus is like where all the DNA things happen, and that's like the most important part of it. Inside the nucleus, and right inside here, that yellow ball, okay, that yellow ball here, that is the DNA, okay? The DNA inside here. DNA is like the genetic code that makes up you and me. The genetic code that everybody needs to live, okay? So you cannot live without DNA, and this is just the center of the cell, okay? Now the next part, the part that covers the cell nucleus is the endoplasmic reticulum, okay? The endoplasmic reticulum, okay? That, oh my god, I can't pronounce it. Well, I mean the endoplasmic reticulum is right here. That yellow thing, not inside the nucleus here, but right outside the nucleus. It's kind of like a protective barrier controlling and like stopping any intruders coming into like the king's room, okay? That center DNA, think of it as like the king. It has to go through multiple phases before reaching here, okay? So after that, you can see what is this, okay? This is called a vacuole, okay? This is called a vacuole, okay? This vacuole stores everything. It only stores the waste, and the vacuole is a very important part. Like the pantry, it stores all the food in there, and some of the waste, okay? So the Golgi body, okay? The Golgi bodies is the blue right here. You can see this, okay? The Golgi bodies contain all of them. Water, food, waste, and all of those other things, okay? So this is really important. If the cell does not have food to eat, then it will eventually die and you won't have this, okay? This is actually a prokaryote, but we'll get into that later. So this think of it again. I'm saying this again because some people don't really listen to in this, and this is a really complicated subject, okay? You need to really focus into it to get really into it. So you might have heard that joke called the powerhouse of the cell is the mitochondria. Yeah, that's kind of funny. The powerhouse of the cell is called mitochondria. The mitochondria sits right in here. Okay, right here. Okay, the mitochondria is right here. And what the mitochondria actually does is it actually provides power, so it doesn't fall asleep or anything. I mean, not fall asleep, but the cell can get weaker, and this mitochondria actually helps it and kickstart it and stuff. So basically, after that, and basically there's another one called the ribosome. So the ribosome is the thing that replicates DNA. DNA sometimes cannot last forever. DNA can only last for a little bit, and that is why there's a ribosome in here. Ribosomes are things that replicate DNA and RNA. RNA is for like viruses and other types of cells, but for DNA is for like animal, plant cells, those types of stuff, animal cells, human cells, and this is a human cell, so it contains a lot of different things. So, just to tell you, this is not actually how a cell looks like, okay? This is just like an animation based on what are the parts it is, but it's not really looking like this, okay? So, a ribosome, now you know that. So, there are two classifications of cells, okay? I told you that this is a prokaryote, okay? A prokaryote and a eukaryote. There are two classifications of cells, a prokaryote and a eukaryote. A prokaryote is only a single-celled organism, okay? That single-celled that means like your hand contains trillions of cells, okay? Trillions. And that means you're a eukaryote, because a eukaryote is an organism that has more than two cells, okay? Two or more cells, okay? So a prokaryote only has one cell. Let's say like viruses. Viruses only have one cell, and it's just a lipid envelope with some genetic material inside, okay? It's just a coating with some DNA in it or RNA, okay? RNA in it. That's it. That's all a virus does. And what the virus does, it actually just gets and it just goes into a cell and just kills it. That's how viruses actually try and kill those cells, and that's how a person gets sick, and that's how people die. Okay, so enough about that. A a eukaryote is like me and you. Okay, like let's say a plant. A plant is also a eukaryote because it has than like more than two cells. Okay, much more than two cells. And actually, this is this is just a castle, okay? This is basically all it is just a castle, okay? This is just a huge protective castle that everybody needs to survive, okay? So if you do not have this, I don't even know why you're watching this video, because you're gonna be dead by now. And basically, this is actually a really good thing that many people do not know and people struggle with. So I hope you get this topic. And thanks for watching this video. This is a really cool topic, and science itself is really cool, and you just want to learn more of it. And thank you for watching this video. This is a really good video. I hope you do like recommend this. This was created by wevideo.com. Thank you for watching this video.